afternoon, good evening, good morning to all. It is Wobbly Player Syndrome, episode 17. Very exciting. I've just realised there is a delay in my voice and in the camera, so enjoy that. That should be fun. A few more beers, it will line up perfectly. With us, we have, we've got some regular faces here. Well, they're not regular faces, but they're here all the time. Mark, I can point this time above me. There you go. It's the first time and only time you're going to be above me. Or on top of me. How you going, Mark?
Now, is that true, Colin?
You just broken me. But anyway, bye.
And over to the side. Pointing the wrong way. There's
I think I'm that way.
With the beard. Yep.
Hey.
There he is.
Hi, all.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Tired, but good.
Excellent. Tired means we're going to have a very energetic show for you, boys and girls. And look, we've got the person that has come back to words cause stutter. Hi, Isabel. How you going?
Hi. Has my camera died? Is my camera cool?
Your camera's cool.
Yep.
It's me who's...
Okay. Hi, how are everyone? I'm doing very well. I've got my Captain Marvel outfit on and my proper superhero shirt underneath.
Oh, we don't need to see that.
Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. We're a chance for the top 4 now.
Well, I just brought Caniglio into my fantasy team too, so that went well.
I was devastated. I really like him so much.
Yeah. So,
I'm actually devastated.
So if you just worked it out, Wobbly Player Syndrome is about AFL fantasy. No, it's not. That is a fantasy show. That is a podcast that Isabel and I did many moons ago, and we'd love to do it again, but we've worked out we've got children. Not together. Just relax. Mark, say something to save me, quick.
So now that the welcomes are done, how about we go with the new releases?
Well, we're
New
going
releases?
to
Did someone's... Oh, it's like we're like following some kind of script or something. Jeez.
All right.
Oh, I could have.
So, been a bunch of stuff that's come out. I was particularly excited because we've got a whole bunch of new Blackstone Fortress stuff. We got like Trader Command and like some like cards for it, which I bought because that was really sick. I love the new Chaos Ogryn and Chaos Commissar that came out in that box. They look really cool.
Yes, they do, and I don't mind getting my hands on that one and then go, you know what? Still haven't played Blackstone Fortress.
Yeah, I have the same problem. I've got it all, but I haven't played it. Apocalypse came out, which I've been super looking forward to because I'm a big Apocalypse player, and I've got it all here, and I haven't managed to sit down and really get into it, but from the little bit I've seen, it looks very much like old 90s Epic 40k, which is kind of cool because I like that system.
I like the painting system of the old Epic 40k. Dip and dry.
Is it also little?
No, it's normal 40k, but using a lot of... It seems like it's got a heavy rules influence from
Heavy
old Epic
detachment,
40k.
yeah. And
Like
you still shoot even if you're dead. It's great.
Yeah, because damage is resolved at the end.
Simultaneous battle. Oh my god!
So everyone gets to take their turns.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they've put out movement trays and stuff because units are five is a single stand and stuff like that. I've bought a bunch of the movement trays, so yeah.
Oh god! Should have got them from Lewis.
A movement tray right here.
Yeah.
Could have.
I still maintain that the plastic Chinese container is the best movement tray.
Just the lid. That's all you need.
Chaos Knights came out, and
yes.
My god, they look sweet. I mean, I'm a massive Imperial loyalist, but damn, they look sweet.
Yes, it did make me go, I might be buying a new codex.
In stupid news, I've actually seen these miniatures. I saw
Holy
them online.
crap!
I actually looked and seen them.
And how
by
did
myself.
Feel about it?
I felt actually quite good because they're freaking awesome.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yes.
I just had a game with my Death Guard the other day, and then I'm just going, I need some knights to go with them, I think.
Knights. We also finally saw like an actual Sisters of Battle model show up that was available. That new limited one. And then they showed us a bunch more 3D models, but one of them was an actual model. It was an actual rank and file sister. That was cool.
Yeah. Now, we did have this conversation on our Facebook page, Facebook/OG40K. And,
we were excited for it about a year ago.
Yeah, to me, it's just bring them out. Stop with this drab teasers. I'm over it. And when I saw them all, I went, the wait's too long. I'm not that excited. So
my line was always, I refuse to get excited until they have actual physical models. And we got to see our first actual physical model.
Yes, it's not that
now
limited.
I'm at least a little excited.
Yeah.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, cautious, very friggin' cautious.
When they come out, we're all
we also got everybody's favourite, the new Primaris repulsor.
Hey.
It's a crazy big gun. So I was excited by that. Everyone else was not so excited by that. The two new freaking AdMech tanks came out.
Yeah, they
which
do
look really
sweet.
cool.
Yeah.
I love the whole like naval landing boat vibe.
Yeah, I love it.
The
That looks
Doom
fantastic.
Rider.
No, I'm a big fan of those ones.
Also, they released a new carry case, the Crusade case.
Oh, the
XL.
Apocalypse one?
Yeah, which they haven't given a great description of how big it is, so I'm probably going to have to go into the store.
Our local, they've got, I think it's the Smorg model, which is the biggest. Apparently, it's the biggest model in the GW range. It fits in that case.
I guess if you don't include Forge World, yeah.
Well, I said GW, not Forge World. Get over yourself. Come on.
Well, it's owned by GW. So what you're telling me is my Warlord Titan will fit in that box. That's great.
Yes, as long as it's got wings and breathes fire. Yes.
I could put wings on it.
Don't make
I'm
it
sure I've
breathe
got
fire.
like a kid. I get like a kid's set of fairy wings and put them on the back of it. Fucking sick, man.
Lovely.
I've got a 5-year-old. He has fairy wings. Oh, he's 6 now.
Oh, well.
But yeah,
Gotta upgrade his wings
there's that new case, which we don't exactly know how big it is, because I think it's got a different sized foam inserts to all of the other cases. Like the whole point of the other ones was they had consistently sized foam inserts, whereas the new one seems to have its own special size, which makes it very hard, short of seeing it in person. Yeah, I know, super useful.
That's unusual for GW to make things complicated.
I know, they were doing so well. Then they didn't. There was a bunch of new Sylvaneth stuff and a bunch of new Blood Bowl stuff that came out. Like all that AOS jazz. There was a new Necromunda book. There was a bunch of stuff came out.
Yeah.
Bunch.
I think the APOC is the one that's caught my attention. I would love to try and play some of that. Get my tanks a good run. Put the Baneblade together finally.
The Baneblade.
Purchase more Baneblades.
If any of the pieces are missing, you can just take them off a real car. They'll fit.
I have seen a Baneblade that was done up as an RC car.
Nice.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. The remote control Baneblade. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not a bad effort.
Did it also have a shotgun for the cannon?
That would be hilarious.
Very popular.
So did anything else come out? I mean, there was some weird little stuff that came out other than that, but I think that's kind of the greatest hits of what came out. There was more Adeptus Titanicus stuff, but no one plays that.
Cares about that. Yeah. Oh,
I mean, I bought it, but no one plays it.
Munchkin 40k came out.
Yes, it did.
Yes.
I kindly received
Mm.
yesterday.
And I played it with my boys, and it's fun. I haven't played Munchkin before, so I wasn't sure what to expect.
You haven't?
No.
Really?
It's true. Munchkin
It is
Virgin.
a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was great. And boys kept going, can we play again? Can we play again? So it's a winner. Considering the other game we got recently was called Wishful Thinking, and it requires mathematics. Something's just changed with someone's microphone. We've got a bit of a back. Yeah, Isabel. La 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 la. There we go. Now we've lost your voice. That's your penalty. No, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
No.
Completely lost you.
And that?
There we can hear you now.
Now and we can hear us.
Yeah, we got the echo now. What did you do? What did you change? G'day, Soccer Walker. How are you
believe-
going? Enjoying the technical
believe-
difficulties that is part of the
How's that?
podcast? It's part of the rundown, I believe.
Hey, I painted like 5 of my Bane blades, man. They're like base colored. They've got like some edge highlighting on them. They're functionally painted.
There you go. Contrast paints.
No,
So-
they're just painted.
New release,
heck
contrast
no, heck
paints.
no.
I
Can
would
we still hear
trust
each other?
the tank.
No,
But
so
Bane-
the contrast
Bane,
paints come out this month? Or was that last podcast?
That was last podcast.
Yeah.
We
Well,
heard that. We
fuck.
can't hear each other now.
No.
I have some contrast paints and the primer now, so I've had the chance to test them out.
Oh,
And
look at that.
it's-
Segue into the hobby progress. Do tell us, Mark, how your progress is going in your hobby.
Well, it hasn't really gone anywhere because it's taken me literally a month to get hold of any primer.
Well, that was exciting.
So I've painted one Gantt,
Yep.
which admittedly only took me something like half an hour instead of several hours. So,
So allows for a Gantt.
It's because you didn't paint the term apart.
well, see, the thing is, normally I paint the whole squad, and it
Yep.
takes me like a day and a half or something like that to go through all the steps. And this thing, I just schlacked on a few coats and got to, I don't know, maybe 80% of the quality.
Yes, and all those modelers out there, that is a technical term. Schlacked. Look it up.
Yep.
It's
So how
like
about you
slopping
guys?
and whacking at the same time.
Yep.
That's
not
inappropriate for
in-
this podcast. Let's move
But-
on.
No, I was going to say, not in a
That's
sledge
not
way.
what everyone calls it.
Right, Michael. Just as you had a drink, I was going to ask you a question. That's usually what
As
I
you
do.
do.
Yeah. How's your? Oh, so is there any more to add there, Mark? I forgot to see if you were
No.
done.
No, that's it.
Good, Michael.
Look, I'm actually pretty happy with how my hobby progress has been going. Like, I was just commenting the other day to my wife that I'm one squad behind in the slow grow, but it's the same squad I was behind last month because I
Yep.
painted this month's stuff, and I've actually done most of this coming months already. Like, they're kind of half painted. I've nearly finished the HQ choice, so I'm really happy with how it's been going. And I've been building a bunch of other stuff, as you were saying, like the Blackstone Fortress stuff
Yeah.
and random shite like that.
Sorry, the wife's just arrived. She's clunking through the doors, slamming doors and stuff like that. I believe she's on the mobile phone. So,
Hi, wife.
Hi. No, she's on the phone. She won't listen to me. It's it's after business hours. Yeah, well, that's good. Sorry, I was listening. Shut it.
Yeah, nah, that's about it. Like I've only got 6 dudes to paint this month because, aberrants are pretty costy.
Yeah, point wise. Yeah, well, I like how you say you're only one squad behind. I'm still only one squad in the painting. It's atrocious. I did get to play with some of the contrast paints on the Mandrakes. I wanted to see how the black would turn out. Really impressed how the black turns out. That was on, GW, but it was on Army Painter white undercoat. I just had it lying around, and so I just went with that. But yeah, it holds well. I find that you do, normally you paint darker than highlight. This way you paint light and you darken it. You do it that way.
Yeah.
So it's come out nice. The brown, I can't remember which brown it is. The paints are just out of my reach, so I can't look it up. They seem to do well. I've started painting a Damon Prince for Nurgle, and it was skin and bone colours, and they've come out really nice. So I'm impressed. Got a little tidy up, little highlights and stuff. It's not a clean paint. You do need to... So, with a wash, you can go slack. Not so much if you want some details in this. You will get white areas if you miss it, and it still can be too deep if you let it sit. But it sticks well. Better than a wash.
I found it was a bit easier to control than a regular wash.
Yeah, I've heard it described as like it goes on more like a paint than a wash, but it still is like more like an ink.
Yeah, it's in between.
Yeah, it's like halfway between a paint and a wash.
Yeah. Oh, and I got my new brushes from Kickstarter, the Ghost brushes. So
Yeah?
I'm very excited to try them out. Haven't tried them out yet. I got them, picked them up yesterday.
Now
Sorry?
you can paint things on the ethereal plane because you have Ghost Touch.
Well, I only bought them for my Night Haunts, clearly.
Or indeed the Quantum Realm.
It's a bit more complicated. It's an airbrush ghost, that one.
The Quantum Realm is not simple.
No. I don't have good eyesight at the best of times. So that's not going to work. And of course, I had my Slugro match, which meant last Friday I was assembling my next 250 points to get the Sunday match ready. So that's always fun. It seems to be what I'm doing on Slugro.
That's a battle report. That's not hobby progress.
I didn't talk about what happened. I said I put them together.
Yeah.
Listen, come on. And Isabel, how's your hobby progress going?
My eldest son discovered my old Gene Stealers that are unpainted, and was very excited that he was holding 3 or 4 Demogorgons from Stranger Things, because he's just started watching Stranger Things.
Okay, nice.
And then he pulled out the miniature I got from Doom. You know, the what was it, about 2009 maybe? The game that came out.
Yeah, I know the game. I just don't know the mini.
And there was a miniature you got if you got the pre-release.
Okay.
Like a cyber demon or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. And he asked me why I hadn't painted it, and I said it's because I had stopped painting by then. By about 10 years. So my hobby progress is great. I have a few drawers and boxes full of things that are unpainted, and
I will pinch them from you.
Into it, and they're not interested.
I'm interested. And do I owe you a copy of Munchkin 40k? Were you the 6th person to purchase one from me? We can work that out later. But...
Yes, I was. I
go.
asked you for one, but we never exchanged cash because I pay for everything in alcohol.
I can work with that.
I'll draw some out of my veins soon.
The classic Australian economy, the beer economy.
Yeah, Anthony's going over to Japan later in the year, and he's going to pick up the Season 3 Space Heroes, which is the Death Guard ones.
Yeah,
he's going to pick up a box for me, and I'm going to give him a box of beer, so it's a box for a box. I love it. Works well.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he picks up some nice cloudy sake. I love cloudy sake.
I don't know. We'll ask him when he comes back. Apparently he's trying to control his children at the moment. That's why he has not been on the podcast for a while. His children are wild.
See, this is where he's going wrong. Don't control them. Just,
lock the door.
Contain them. Contain them.
Go the Inquisitor Cryptman route. Just point them at a system of Tyranids and go for it.
The Tyranids don't deserve that. Come on. Oh, dear. Alright, so that's our hobby progress. Wonderful. Slow grow. Mark, big changes in the slow grow recently. I'll handle it over to you. I'm going to handle it.
Big changes. So we've actually started recording stats after much spreadsheet hell, getting all that info out of people months after they have played games. So at the moment, if I count all the bonus points, including all the hobby nights and stuff, Greg, you're actually in the lead.
Me?
Yep, on 79 points.
Woohoo! 2 wins, 2 losses, and I'm in the lead.
Yes, and next after that is Steve Parker.
Yep.
On 67. And then after that is Matt Stevenson. And I've got these in alphabetic rather than actual score order. And Michael, you're actually there too.
Oh.
You're next after that. So
wow, I've not won a game yet. I just do all the things.
This is a crazy weird.
Yeah. So and Adam Harker rounds out the top 5 there.
Yeah, it's a weird scoring system. I lost my last game. 10-8, but I had the 10.
Yeah, it's really weird because you get people who've won almost no games on massive points, and then you have people who've won every game on massive points. So like the way that I've inherited organizing this thing is it's like this thing was designed to like just hand out as many prizes as possible.
Well, I think the idea was that
campaign
the kind of hobby and socialization would be an encouraged aspect of it because it is. So
yeah,
that's why because like my games, I've lost all my games, but I haven't lost by that much. Other than the fact that I was tabled, but the points were pretty close, and then I've done more hobby nights than a lot of my opponents have, so I've made up that difference with those points.
So one of the things I'm tempted to do, however, is all the guys who've had buys have had really massive point penalties because I'm looking at like all the bottom players have had buys or players pull out. I myself am one. So, like, all the players who are under 50 points have basically missed a game.
Are you going to encourage them to make a make-up game to try and even it out, or?
I think I'm gonna have to do something like that because like I didn't think the difference would be this stark for only one game, but it's like it is a massive thing. Because I mean, it's like a 20-point penalty roughly.
Yeah.
So
we had the original organizer pull out because of life. So
yep.
It's all on your shoulders, Mark. No pressure at all.
So now I've also been counting just who's outright won the most games. So out of all of us, it is currently a tie between Matt and Steve Parker with 3 games won each.
Wow, out
so
of 4
far.
rounds, that's all right.
However, I mean, we still do have 2 games to play this round. My own one and
that other one,
and Paul and Adam.
Yep. Oh, okay, that should be interesting.
Sorry. Paul and Anto and me and Adam. They're the 2 games that need to be played.
Yep.
So it's early stage. It's anyone's game, really. Like of the people who haven't like missed out on games, the spread is, I think, it's like 24 points at the most.
Yeah.
Between sort of first and the end of those.
Mikey,
so
you've had a game of the last round, round 4. I'm moving into this battle stories thing, battle reports. If you hadn't worked it out,
yes,
it's very smooth I just did that, so I don't have to explain it.
I played Matt's Death Guard.
You rolled 1 on the segue.
Yes.
Speaking of changing subjects.
So and it wasn't a bad game. The terrain rule really screwed us around. We pretty much just kind of frog hopped from piece of terrain to piece of terrain so that our units didn't pop. And it was mostly kind of a mosh pit in the middle between his plague spreaders and demon prince and most of my army.
Yeah, so the scenario in this month was Mark. Yes, that's right. The scenario was Mark.
It was Mark.
Basically, the story of it is that you're dropped near the biggest volcano on the planet, and every turn terrain gets removed from the starting turn 2, every terrain gets removed, and anyone who finishes their turn not on a terrain piece takes D3 plus the battle round number mortal wounds. So it got pretty brutal out there on the couple of games I've seen.
Yes.
So
how did you handle that? You were playing Gene Steele, so no feel no pain or anything like that. We had Death Guard feel no pain. Michael, sorry.
Yeah, I'm playing on. Yeah, I'm playing on Saturday. How did yours go, Michael?
Well, I do have Feel No Pain because I've got an Icon Ward. So I was kind of relying on that to stay alive. But more importantly, I was not leaving the flippant terrain. Like I use my transports to jump onto the terrain where the objectives was and just hunkered down near objectives in the terrain, trying not to get moved.
So you'd play different. We had 12 bits of terrain, but every tactical objective was in the open. So.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to do that because that sounded terrible.
Well, the reason I got so close with the points is because the first turn I just ran out there while it was D3 plus 1. I went 2 to 4. That's if anything next turn 2 I'm dead. Turn 3 I'm dead. I got to do it all in turn 1. So I did get a lead from that, but then I progressed to get tabled because I worked out witches with splinter rifles cannot hurt vehicles and Terminators. And that's all I was fighting against. It was Death Guard. So he had Death Guard Terminators, and then the not the bloat drones, the other one, the crawler,
And the best thing about that whole situation was Steve was complaining about his list mightily in the lead up to starting that game, and then all of a sudden he realised and was like, "Oh wait, this has been great."
Yeah, so he only had the 5+ Feel No Pain. He also had there you go, ting 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 ting. I
think that happened to Sydney and Carlton on the weekend.
Holy crap! What's that all about? Anyway, so.
But yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, my player was going into a Demon Prince, and all of my guys have got like auto guns. So strength 3 on these Demon Prince and Plague Spreaders, and it was like, what? Nah.
You still have a chance. Nah. I have poison weapons, so it's a 4+ to hit, unless it's a vehicle, which makes it a 6+.
Mine was a 6 because I'm strength 3.
Oh, yeah, toughness 7.
So what's the difference?
No AP.
You hit better than I do.
No. I was hard done by. Shut up.
Well,
anything over a 1, I can never hit anyway.
That's true. Yeah.
See, most of my stuff doesn't actually shoot, so I don't know how the hell I'm going to deal with this game. But anyway, I suspect I'll lose horribly.
Get the objectives turn 1, and then just kill everything after that and see who wins. As I said, it was a 10 to 8, and I only got an extra 5 points because I got tabled. At the end, I went, I need to get tabled to get the bonus 5 points. So I ran out into the open and said, here I am. Woo!
Please, sir, what does get tabled mean?
Know what you want it to say.
Table, no models
know what you want it to think. Yeah.
The word ploughed was coming before tabled. But, I was really wondering.
Just get that. It's nothing like a good tabling. Come on.
No, there's not.
Hi, children.
Hello, children.
Hi, kids. Don't do this.
Brought to you tonight by the Singleton 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the corruptive forces of chaos.
Chaos.
Try it today.
Available at Aldi for $9.99. Drinkable.
Well, the Scotch whiskey as well, if you look after you.
It's eminently drinkable.
As a plus, it drinks. I did. Anyone else have another battle? I did actually have another battle. It lasted 2 weekends.
With my kids, yeah.
I played a 3,000 point battle. Death Guard versus Grey Knights against Anthony. I went over 2 Sundays because we ran out of time. Yes, there was beer involved. Shut up. I cannot beat his goddamn Grey Knights. I hear all these people say they are shit, and I still have not ever defeated his Grey Knights. I had Mortarion, and I still couldn't win the damn game.
Well, I mean, on the plus side, Grey Knights are about killing demons, so Mortarion shouldn't have helped.
No. Oh, he did all the damage. He took down the Knight, the Land Raider, and a few other things, just going, hi, I've got a big weapon. And just, didn't table him like that, but, but my force is imbalanced. Too many sorcerers, and because just getting denied. But yeah, but it was good.
So just take orcs.
Just take orcs. No, I've been looking at what I need to
Isn't
get.
that what he has? They're catechins. They're basically orcs.
I still can't. Yeah. I love my bloat drones. They did damage too, and it took him until turn 5 to finally kill him because they tend to piss people off. I don't know why. 3 of them coming at you. It's fun. Yeah, it was 36 poxwalkers, and I still had some left at the end of the game. I went, holy crap, it's the first time I've ever had poxwalkers live that long. Excuse me. Speaking of pox, so he did win the game, 13-8. Son of a bitch, shit. Funnily enough, funny enough, that did change the ladder.
Pick the reference.
Oh, I know that. The ladder for the non-slow grow. With his third wind, he still stays in second place because the weirdness of the bonus points still has me on top based on percentage only. Are you listening, Anthony?
Bonus
I
points.
hope so.
Bonus points.
This year we are encouraging the hobby side of the game and then trying to get a social part. So I know the slow grow and the RLG one. So if we do the monthly meets, you do get bonus points. Yeah, sorry, I've got kids. And I like that. It's not just about the win-loss. I'm saying that because apparently I'm on both ladders at the top.
It's not just about the wins.
It's not about the wins.
About the feels.
I want to be as a group here and share.
It's not just about whether you win or lose. It's how you win.
It's not whether you win or lose. It's how drunk you get.
Still on top of the table. Excellent.
Isn't that winning?
You haven't drunk enough yet if you're still on top of the table.
See, I always suspected this. I thought it was my prevalence for rolling ones, but I think it may have also been the fact that I was drinking more than everybody else. When I used to play, I was very bad.
Back when we used to play Warhammer, we used to skull beer for first turn. It was
Give me
not a
my
great
Lego
idea.
Ooh, where's my Lego brick? Red Belly, you get a Lego brick. Here it is. Yeah.
Thanks. I just saw your comment. Pick the reference against the Lego brick. I want my Lego brick. Go on.
Well, I was hoping someone from the audience,
sorry,
the massive audience, might actually pick it.
Yeah.
But I have to send this to you now.
Yeah.
Registered post.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to an ad break and then get into our topic. Our topic, which we forgot to introduce at the start of the game podcast. Get your hands off it, Darrel, and we'll explain that reference later. If you work out what movie that is, you get to have one of Isabel's bricks. Need your board games? What about new family games to entertain the kids? Head over to Rollers Board Games at rollersboardgames.com and look them up on Facebook. Board games, card games, party games, you name it, we've got it. And if we don't, we'll do our best to get it. Rollers Board Games. Like what you're hearing? So do we.
You scream out in the night.
Who is this, you say?
You speak so silently.
Storyboard concept. Want to hear more?
Anytime that you want.
That is storyboardconcept.bandcamp.com.
I think that sums up the podcast, really.
And we are back. Yes, thank you to our sponsors. And I got to apologise to Rollers Board Games because I did last time. I say, what the hell do they do for us? Sam actually provides us with all our graphics. So thank you. Sorry.
So the little he also provides very, very good company at the pub.
Yes. And we do get to play games a lot, which is good. Excuse me. So, topic of the month. Get your hands off at Darrel. Anyone picked that one out yet? No one's picked that out yet. What are we talking about? We're not talking about inappropriate touching. Or was one what we were going to call this episode?
Yes, it is.
It is
very
inappropriate touching.
We're not talking
It
about.
is.
We're not talking about the fun inappropriate touching then. And you can't say that. What did
you call me?
Yeah, you heard it. Mark, what did you originally have the name for it?
I suggested show me where the bad man touched you. But I felt that probably wasn't good for prime time, but there it is on prime time anyway.
Look,
So.
there goes our McDonald's sponsorship. I mean, they've just given up. Jesus.
And I ate all those quarter pounders, like totally wasted.
I've already spent all of my money on this Lego brick.
That's mine. Trying to give it away. Outrageous.
So basically, the whole idea was everyone's had it happen. You've been at your local place playing a game or whatever, and then someone's picked up your model and possibly damaged it in some way, or dropped it, or gotten their greasy KFC on it, or whatever. And we figured that would be a good topic to talk about.
Yes. I'm looking for our sponsorships of McDonald's and KFC at the moment. If you are listening, we are open to briberies.
Particularly if you haven't lacquered your model yet, if you haven't actually sealed it, and they touch it with their greasy fingers, it can actually make the paint run. That's real. That's real.
Yes,
I know it because I did
real
it to my
thing.
own models because I'm an idiot.
So yeah, it was brought up off air last podcast about someone. I think Parker was saying there's a guy who played. If you touched his dice, he just picked it up and put it away and got a new dice out, and would never touch that dice again, or die, I should say.
Yeah, I've seen people do that at tourneys. It's like weird.
Yeah, I don't quite get it.
That's awesome. Can anyone
Game-
point out the superstitious people? I will touch all of their dice.
And not with my hand.
Touch so many dice. But yeah, like
Well,
gamers
Richard-
are super superstitious though. Like, I mean, we all know someone who's got like weird beliefs about them. I knew a guy who would punish his D20s in D&D if they rolled badly. He would put them in a different bag until he could roll them through his girlfriend's cleavage to fix their luck. Like, people are fucking weird. No shit, man. Real story, real person.
That's
Like,
fantastic.
gamers are weird.
Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? That's okay.
Miss Wife, all my dice are bad at the moment. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Just
Just gonna get my dice, my whole
I
sack
think
of dice. Slap.
Oh, I'm definitely getting my sack of dice.
My sack of dice are just over there.
Oh, well,
Are we done yet? They're all very sick. Do you remember how many ones I used to roll?
yeah, well, you weren't rolling, you weren't rubbing them in the right place, then, were you?
Yeah,
I had cleavage back then.
were you letting other people touch them?
Nobody wanted
That
to
was
touch.
probably the topic.
Well, you are right. There are superstitions. I know. I wear the same underwear. No, that's just normal life.
What?
No.
How many dice do you keep in your underwear?
Hang on.
That's what the pouch is for in the front of the underwear, right?
That's it. There's plenty of room. Hang on, no. Yeah.
So
Oh, I don't know. Does anyone in our group have that feel? I
I
get
don't-
upset
I
when
haven't
someone breaks
one.
my model. But, yeah.
I haven't really seen anybody who's very touchy as far as things go, at least in our group anyway.
I think the ask. Wouldn't that be the first part? Just ask. Do you mind? I remember. You're right. We're playing at Jolt, Come on, Jolt. Where's the money?
Can I touch your dice?
Yes, you can. We'll be playing, and some random guy will just come over and just pick up my model and go, "Oh, that looks really cool. Hello, who are you? What are you doing touching
Hi.
me?"
I'm in the middle of the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I was about to move him.
Well, yeah, people do that, especially if you're playing at public stores. Like, you'll get kids who walk through and pick up your models and look at them, and everyone gets annoyed by that.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
next time they do that, I've just got to go rub my model somewhere to get them back.
Because I've actually had the opposite, where I've
don't
gone
wanna
and I've
touch
looked
your
at a model, and I adhere to Mum's advice of look, don't touch.
Yeah.
And
Look with your
and
eyes.
so I'll put my hands in my pockets, and then I'll, like, if I want to look close, I'll, bend in and see close.
Painting
But
a
I've had
pretty
people
picture.
go, for the love of God, just pick it up. So, so it seems like some people really like when people come up and grab their model and have a look at it and marvel at the majesty. And then you've got these other people where it's like the most horrifying thing in the world. So
Well, it's one of those things, you just ask them before
Yes.
picking it up, and
Yeah.
the problem is
You
solved.
could ask them if they're Christian, because if they're Christian, they would say, for the love of God. So then you could, pick it up. Not Christians, no picking.
Yeah, if they're Christian, you've got to pick it up like that. Then you
If you listen to the podcast, it was a very humorous gesture.
that makes it sound far worse than it was.
Oh yes, we're doing a crucifix thing across our chest and top to our forehead and our chest
Yeah, was it spectacle? Yeah.
before we use it for dice rolls.
Yeah.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Yeah. I'm a bit concerned. There's a bit of lag there. Your spectacles and testicles was the same spot. It's a bit weird.
So I'm a dickhead.
Oh, God. Look, I
I
get
it's
my
going to be a
hand
nice,
the other
quiet,
way.
innocent topic, but no!
No, there was our innocent topic called "Get Your Hand Off It."
Used it when where did the bad man touch you? And
Mark's
here I'm
fault.
about to go and get all my dice and roll them across my breasts.
It's fun for all ages, really.
Does it help painting? Well, okay, so, yes, it's pretty simple. Ask before you touch. And no means no.
All right, kids.
This
and
is the
I
real
know
public
it
announcement.
seems to be a running theme, but don't be a dick is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
Don't be a dick.
that's
Ask people before you do shit with their shit.
complete strangers walking up having a look at your models. What about in-game? Do you let your player opposition move your models?
I mean, if they're close
Oh.
to it, I'll let them move it. If it's someone who, I know,
Yeah.
Hard no. I wouldn't let him
Yeah.
anyone. Greg's like my bestest friend ever. I wouldn't let him move my models. Motherfucking no.
I've got the scars.
Yeah, I mean, if they're dead, if he's wiped out a
Opponent's
squad or
dead?
something
Oh,
like that,
If I'm dead,
if they're dead, I'll let them touch my model. That's okay.
If I'm dead,
But
it's
you
fine.
need
See-
to check for the pulse first.
I try to keep this clean and look where it goes. It's
Before you touch, look for repulse.
yeah, that's exactly right. No, but like for instance, I've had it where I've played a game and then they've wiped out a squad or whatever, and the other person's grabbed the models and moved them out of the way. I don't have an issue with that. But if my models are in play, then I'm sort of like, that's messing with the positioning a bit and everything like that. So that can delve into the foul play territory, I reckon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd only ask an opponent to move one of my models if I was super lazy and the positioning didn't matter. I'd be like, "Can you move that over there for me?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no trust at all. None. Zero trust. I've played against that guy. Sorry, hang on.
So
Where
many
is he?
that guys.
There, that guy.
No, point the other way for me. Point up. Peace.
That guy? Is that where it is?
Yeah, that way over there. Yeah. No, you're right.
I know you're right.
Guess
It's that way.
if the game is in play and the model's in play, you wouldn't be moving that. We do have some people who are very finicky about not just the position but the measurement to the absolute oomph of the inch and stuff like that. There's no way I would be trusted to move their model. But then we've got other players. Adam is a good one, actually. He goes, I don't have a sheep station. Yeah, go on. And it's a very different game. So
I'm playing to win.
I always play to win. That's why I bring a hammer.
See, if I'm dead, I don't care anymore.
It's it. And I can touch your models. Touch them all over. So it's not good. All right, so we wouldn't let people move our models of them in play. Pretty standard, pretty simple. But removing them. So I had an incident. It was devastating. A game I played, I actually brought my Valkyrie for a change, and the player knocked it. Fortunately, caught it before it hit the floor. There wasn't a deliberate touching, but it was a touching. Yeah. And I sort of went, it's a model. What are they going to do? And it was a friend, so yeah, can't go too ballistic. It's not like I would drag up a story about someone putting their palm through a Land Raider. It's not me.
Yeah,
I was drunk, okay? When will you fucking get over it?
I think
Resin
this is the
lies
episode I'm
drove
allowed
us.
to talk about it, and I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it after this one because this is it.
How many times have you talked about it previously? That I was this like
barely
March
mentioned
person
it.
who
I've
destroyed
barely
Land Raider.
mentioned it.
He's just like,
yeah, I was painting a Land Raider. Oh, that reminds me of this story about my Land Raider.
Barely mentioned it. I think most of our viewers be very new to it. I should give them the background.
I have an unbuilt Land Raider model. You can have it. Again.
Is it going to have a handprint in it?
Yep.
I actually need to do that with a Baneblade coming up when I fix my Warlord. Because the Warlord I've got was actually built to have a scenic base that was a Baneblade, but the guy who sold it to me kept the Baneblade, so I kind of need to build a replacement. Yeah. And probably the easiest way to do it is to heat up the Baneblade and press the foot into it so that it'll actually stay in there. So I'm going to have to kind of do that, but with a Baneblade.
Okay, what it requires is lots of beer. The heels weren't involved at that time, so it was just lots of beer.
Yeah, not in that location.
No. And an unstable table tennis table. Table tennis table? What wasn't that?
It was an unstable table tennis table.
No, right? And yeah, Soccer, you bring up a good point. I wouldn't want to remove the other person's model in case something happens. Yeah, it's a fair point. Yeah, if somebody touched something and accidentally drop it, it wouldn't be too pleased. That's the shape of a Land Raider.
And I mean, it also depends on the models as well, because
Poxwalkers, you can do
some models, like a
Mortarian?
tank or something like that, is a solid item regardless.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at something like a Flyrant or some of those demons and stuff like Mortarian's a good example, actually. You wouldn't want somebody touching that because, it's going to come apart. Let's face it.
Yeah, they can move my pox. They can move the chaos plague marines.
They can't move my box.
Don't touch Mort. Don't touch the.
Yeah, my general rule is like I'm okay moving plastic models. I don't like moving my opponent's resin models because they're too rad.
Resin models, and I don't like touching metal models.
Well,
I usually forget the metal
I'm the
ones
one.
And metal, I go, oh crap.
I only touch Land Raiders.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
It's just
Land Raiders are plastic. Touch them all you want. But yeah, like I managed to cave my own freaking Reaver Battle Titan accidentally moving it the first time I ever used it. So you do dumb shit with resin models. Have you got a Land Raider? Is that what you've done?
Yep.
Is that the one?
Here it is. Here it is. Where's the camera? Here it is. This is the one. And see, it's nicely warped. Well, you probably can't see. See, nice warped.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes, you can see.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Genuine battle scarring.
Yeah, I know, right?
Genuine battle
They're
scarring.
salamanders. They're just salamanders. It's heat
I
warping.
made it better.
bad. Other people pay other people to do that kind of thing.
Well,
That's
you don't,
it.
Yeah,
well, there you go. Get it made
those
straight from
salamanders got
Isabel.
it cheap. Those salamanders got it cheap. Some people pay a lot of money to be stepped on.
I charged 2 dice rolls for that.
Is that between the cleavage? Yeah. Yeah. So there you go, folks. Everyone who's watching, they've finally seen the Land Raider of the legend.
That Raider.
That one.
I can't believe you're still going on with it. How old were we, for God's sake?
What? I'm only 21 now. Shut up.
It's at this point you point out the precise number of days, hours, minutes.
Yes. It was a warm summer's day.
I think we were not over the age of 20.
Yeah.
I would suggest we were close to the age of
It was
19.
4th edition.
And
There
we're
you go.
now 44, or at least I am.
I'm not. Ha ha. It was 4th edition.
Chickens are only 43.
This is why I play dwarves. I hold grudges.
Well, it can't have been that long ago. I mean, it's a modern rhino, Land Raider.
What a rhino! Shit. It's a Primaris rhino.
It's not like the really old, cool Land Raiders that looked awful.
Oh god.
Yeah, but to be fair, that was actually when Land Raiders first came out.
Yeah.
And it is an old Land Raider.
Yeah.
It's an original first kit that came out ever. And
It's
he
too old,
was a
right?
little upset.
I was. The hours I put into that was a
It-
lot. The detail I put into it on the internals, even though you can't see it and stuff like that, yeah. I wasn't pleased.
We all did that on our first
But-
Land Raider, but fifth Land Raider, you just don't.
Yeah, that's right. Bygones. It's all good.
That's it. He just said that if I ever have a podcast, and I don't even know what one of those is, because it's the 90s, you must come on anytime I need you. And if I request, you must come on. And when you do, you must drink an entire bottle of wine. That's what he said.
Yeah. Yeah.
No word of a lie.
Sounds
Story
like a
checks
setup.
out.
So we have a topic of the month. All right, so
He said Land Raiders.
here's another scenario: using other people's dice.
I mean-
I don't have a problem with it as long as they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will admit, thinking about it, I don't. Like, I tend almost never pick up my opponent's dice and use them.
Yeah.
But I think it's
Yeah.
just because in the back of my head, I know some people are really weird about it. But also, like, I like using my white dice. Like, I'm always using the same
They're
dice.
the ones you
And
put in
that's
the
it.
microwave, right?
I clearly did them wrong if you saw some of the rolls I made last game. Holy shit. Like, no word of a lie. He's like, oh, yeah, make this save. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's like, boom. 4 1s out of 6 dice.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's pretty bad.
So,
I'll just roll the 2.
so you mixed up your Infinity and your 40k dice,
Clearly.
is what you're telling me.
Well, I have like 6 trillion of the white, the white GW dice that came
Yeah.
with every box game for like 30 years.
Yeah.
So that's what I use because I have heaps of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I tend to use my own dice simply because I paid for them and I want to get my money's worth out of them. But if somebody picked up some of my dice and rolled with them, good on them because they don't seem to do me any good. So,
Yes, I used to roll my own dice. When I first started playing, I would exclusively roll my own dice. And I rolled so many 1s that I thought, fuck this, I'm going to use their dice. So I did, and I rolled so many 1s that I thought, okay, I'm going back to my own dice. More 1s.
It's true. It's very true. Take out in her rage. She took out an innocent Land Raider. I mean, really.
We used to have a saying playing Warhammer Quest back in the 90s that it was okay as long as you rolled above average because 2 was above average.
I concur.
Very
Every time I rolled a d6, it was like I was flipping a fucking coin.
But yeah, I was like, oh, okay, 6 dice, 4 ones. Oh shit! Well, I'll roll that 5 and the 6 for this for the disgustingly resilient. Boom, 2 ones. I'm like, you what?
Well, I've got the Nurgle dice, that plastic with the rubber bits inside. And number 6 looks like some abs and stuff. I love those dice. Apparently, everyone hates them because I roll lots of 6s and 5s on them. And people
They just.
Anthony goes, oh, I see it. See, the one's got more plastic here, so it's heavier.
I mean, I wouldn't subscribe to that. They just annoy me because I can't read them quickly at a glance across the table.
Yeah, I hate them for that too.
The problem was
They're
when he said
fantastic
that,
looking dice. They're just hard to see across the table.
So the problem was when he said that, he goes, this is why you keep rolling. I said, no, I don't. I just roll it when that happens. So I rolled 7 dice and got 6 6s.
See, they're average. Oh fuck! No, look, they're fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, dice.
Well, I
To be
guess.
fair, if you got a Slanesh dice and it just had boobs on every side, the one boob would actually never come up. Because every time I did roll, oh no, the 6 would never come up. Yeah, that'd be a shit dice.
I'm just imagining a set of dice with like flopping tits on them. They wouldn't go anywhere. They would keep rolling because the tits would keep flopping as they rolled. It'd be hilarious.
It's more of a D4, really, just the pointy, nice cold weather.
I was thinking
Yeah, it'd be much harder.
Plastic.
It'd be much harder to roll in winter. You wouldn't be able to use a glass table. Well, we are talking about
Touching
Slanesh
dice
dice.
has got a bit weird. So it's funny because of you play the game over 2 days. I left my dice and all that there, and I saw Anthony goes, "I've got a hammer. I'm ready to use it on your dice." I'm going, "Oh yeah, whatever." I saw a photo, and he took a photo next to my dice, and I felt really bad. I went, "Don't touch my dice." I'm like, hang on, they're just dice. But it was that split second I said, "Don't touch my dice." It was kind of weird. I don't know. And when I'm playing a game, if I want to use my dice, like, yeah, whatever. But it was just that one
Is he
instant.
still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive because he didn't destroy Land Raider.
It's clearly not destroyed. It's still kicking.
Yeah, it does. It's got the battle damage. You're right. Yes. Goes well with something else. The problem is, to make everything other tanks uniformed, I have to go with every other tank now.
I always think the salamanders are fetishists.
If you need me down there to do that for you,
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
great.
willing to go.
I'll bring the beer
Yeah.
make it more even.
It's cheap. It's cheap.
Free, not cheap. Yep.
But yeah, like it often does feel kind of inexplicably weird when your opponent grabs your dice sometimes. But it doesn't bother me.
No.
But there is often like that, wait, it's mine.
Yeah, so, it's just dice. Yeah.
I've usually experienced it when either I've just rolled like 40 dice and they're just there on the table, and it's quicker to roll those than go all the way around the table to their pile of dice.
Yeah.
Either that or it's, man, I just rolled 51s. I want to try your dice. I'm like, yeah, okay, why not?
There you go. Isabel, you can try his dice. Just between the cleavage,
I'd
see
be
how it
worried.
works.
I'd be a little bit worried about his Land Raider.
With any luck, you will use up all the rolls of ones, and then I'll have all the rest.
If you want to use up all the ones, I should play my death.
I'm
game.
telling you, if you want to curse some dice, just get me. Yeah, in fact, in practice, it's amazing. Like, so if I sit there and I get some dice and I like roll them, I have great rolls. They're fantastic. They're average. And then when I'm in a game and I roll them, it's all ones.
Yep.
Well, Nathan has a similar problem. Like, you're playing a casual game, Nathan's got mad luck. His orcs are fucking horrifying. Like, his ability to roll a 5 or 6 is crazy. Take him to a tournament, womp. Womp womp. No luck.
So he put his hand through someone's land out. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, because they always said
What it was. Aside from the fact that we've been playing for like 4 years before the Land Raider came out, and I'd rolled one since the fucking start, I'd agree with you. I couldn't even roll well in fucking Blood Bowl, except down the coast, except at that
Down the
coast
coast is
tournament,
it, yeah.
right, where Gobbo just became the biggest star player ever. Sorry, we had a Gobbo. It
Blood
was
Bowl rules.
insane.
We need a Blood Bowl podcast. Might be a very short one, but
Well, I have bought the new Blood Bowl and a bunch of other stuff,
I've
but
still
no one
got the
plays
original
it.
phone board. I've still got.
Oh, look, I've got
Lizardman.
I have every single team for the
Yeah,
original,
there
like
you
the
go.
old Blood Bowl, not the original, the old.
Yes.
Because there was like an 80s Blood Bowl that was cray-cray, and I played the 90s Blood Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Must
played
be
the
nice. We
90s.
played the 90s one.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're young at heart. Right. So, dice. Don't touch unless you
Not in
ask.
liver.
Yeah, I know. It's when I'm in a game.
I think
I'll
it's
only
just-
play my dice, but if it's all the way the other side of the table and the roll I'm rolling for is something just nothing, it's going, yeah, can I, and I will go. You're right if I use your dice? And more often than they're not. In fact, I've had no one say no. They go, yeah, sure. And then I roll it, and it's better for them anyway. I go, for fuck's sake.
Anyone can use my cursed dice. Cursed dice.
Yeah.
Like-
I needed one
like
to
not-
save my morale. Isabel, can I use your dice?
All right, I need a number one.
No, you'd never get it because she's used them all up.
It's that fucking Land Raider.
I mean, yeah, like so many of these questions, the answer is ask your opponent.
Because if you've rolled ones for so many years, then statistically you've got to wind up at some point
See?
just rolling
See?
nothing but sixes for 20 years.
See, gamers don't know stats.
Yes, Soccer, I had dealt with it. I've gone and seen professional help about my Land Raider, but the emotions from this podcast brought it all back. It's true.
So many emotions.
So many emotions.
Oh.
We're a roller coaster tonight. Roller coaster of emotions.
So on our topic, Darrel, get your hand off it. Still no one's put in their bid for what that's from. That's a bit disappointing. We got more to add?
Sure, it was said on many a rugby field.
I would probably suggest
I
maybe
don't
the
stick
castle.
My thumb up in... Yeah. Yes, the castle. Well done. Right, you get to keep your Lego brick.
Aha! I've earned my Lego brick back.
Yeah, I know, right? It's pretty simple stuff. Don't touch your model. Don't touch your model. That could make it a very boring game if you can't touch your own model.
Don't touch other people's stuff.
You got to use a
without
straw.
asking.
You got to
Yeah.
push everything with a straw.
Oh, shit. But they're all metal. What about books and stuff? Anyone got an issue with touching other people's books? What about looking
No.
at other people's lists?
This is a great book. Great book!
I've never had anyone question me looking at books, and I've never had a problem with letting people. I mean,
What about-
it's sometimes annoying when someone from a different table comes and takes your book and doesn't give it back.
I think when
What
you go to a
if the
game...
person's really pissed off with the rule and then throws your book across the room?
You throw them after it.
Yeah,
I haven't done that.
yeah.
was going,
I
"Did
I
do
feel like that response is warranted if
Correct
someone
response.
throws your stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what about if
I
someone
mean, I've
wants
seen
to
people
look at
do it.
your list?
Well, see, in most like groups I've been at, you're expected to bring a copy of your list and show your opponent before the game starts.
Well, if you've got your list,
So-
it's hard copy. You can't.
Yeah,
really hide
I
it,
don't
can
have a problem showing anybody an army list. Like,
Well, I
It's
do
nothing
because I can
top
never
secret.
grow a beard.
you? Well, they want to pick up the list. I've got to figure out which one to show them, whether I'm winning or losing. Come on.
see,
Well,
how
you
could I
pick up
possibly
the
be
fucking
winning with a
vampire.
list like this? And then it's just
Look how shit my list is.
Yeah. Wonderful. All right, so we've covered the topic. Is that what you're just saying? We could talk shit more, but touching.
Yeah, I kind of covered it. You know, some people are
What do you
weird
do?
hang-up.
All right, let's put this to you. What do you do if somebody does touch your model and break something?
Break their Land Raider.
Yeah. You hold a grudge forever. We know that part for Land Raiders. What else?
I mean, I just.
Well, you destroyed your own nights.
That,
So how'd you
that is
do?
exactly what I do. I would look at them and go.
It's
Maybe yell at them. It's
Yeah.
like
it's contextual,
that.
you know. Like it's like I mean, if it's an accident, I mean, let's face it. There's some models out there that fall apart with a light breeze, and you sort of sit there and you just you sigh and you move on, and you there's plenty of glue available in these in most hobby stores. So
But still, if they pick up your model and then break it, and they're not insanely drunk, so all you just use the sort of same thing as you do with your children when they pick up your like iPad and drop it. You just go
to your room now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then put them on eBay.
And then you send them to their room. Or break
yeah,
them.
like if they deliberately come up and break stuff.
Who does that?
Oh, look, if someone deliberately came up and broke my shit, I would lose my shit. But yeah, you know, if someone picked something up without asking and broke it, I'd be very annoyed at them.
Yes.
And here's another one, actually, now that I think about it, another scenario where people come up and they touch things like your score counters and stuff like that. And I know we've had an incident previously with a person who has gone and interfered with the result of a game as a result of this.
What?
And that person was banished forevermore.
See? Death.
I think we just went with the banish because the state laws are pretty tight here about death.
Silly. They might come back.
Oh, there is a
Yes,
couple of forests
to-
outside over there on the border that could hide something. Yeah, go on.
So, I mean, has anybody else experienced that kind of thing where somebody has come up and just fiddled with stuff and then put it back down and moved an objective marker or all kinds of random stuff like that even? I mean, that's quite clearly in the not cool, punch you in the face kind of banishment type.
To be honest, I've never noticed because I've always been far too drunk to actually.
There's that.
I mean, I feel like my kids have picked up tokens and moved them and stuff in games, but I haven't had like a grown adult.
He used
do
to have
that
3
me.
kids, but now he's down to 2. But that's not.
I was going to say, what did you do with the kids after you killed them?
There's a state forest outside the border.
They don't count after being submitted for medical testing.
Have you seen my garden?
Lovely roses. No, well, I think this is good scotch. We don't. Most of us don't play tournaments, right? So this is why we're casual Aussies talking crap. I don't think we're going to get really into a situation where we're actually going to slaughter someone for doing that, because I don't think we've got someone in our group that would do that.
It's true.
Not anymore.
Hence
Not anymore.
banishment.
No, and if you're thinking about it, this person used to be
You'll notice I don't play anymore.
Forge World Elder player.
I
No,
haven't played for like 22 years.
Which one was that one? Oh, I've got to...
no, it was a person that we were intending to.
Oh,
We were vetting.
oh,
and,
okay. Their audition.
Yeah,
It's a
and
very
there was a
audition if you wanna
complaint
be
made.
part-
There was a complaint made about the points counters being adjusted,
Oh,
which changed the result of the game.
okay. Wow.
I
It
just
is a-
don't grok why someone would actually do that.
No,
I think this guy's just walked over and not realised that they're actually like
Using
VP
them.
counters, and has just sort of held them, spun them around and looked, and then just put them back where they were. And then the person's like, "Hang on, where the fuck did all my points go?"
Yeah.
Nice. It's pretty easy to get into RLG if you are. The audition is pretty simple. It's your first, second, and third round at the bar. Top shelf only.
Also, don't touch the Land Raider.
Don't touch the Land Raider. That's right.
I'm
Or
telling you, I haven't
people's
played
stuff.
for 22 years. He hasn't let me.
I'm not letting you touch my Land Raider.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on, aren't we? Good. All right, so it's pretty simple rules. Just check with the person before you start touching it appropriately. Yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Hey, just don't grab other people's shit unless you ask the people.
I'm starting
Like
to think,
so many things in life.
Yeah, starting to think each episode should be just called "Don't Be a Dick" Part 1, "Don't Be a Dick" Part 2.
It's really a common sense thing, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be that common these days.
No,
That's the thing. We psychologists always say common sense is not.
common.
It's not common, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
And on that note,
So you've got to tell people shit, or they don't know shit.
I tell them
Because
their
people are
shit.
dumb.
Yeah. People are dumb. And on that note, please come and join us on our Facebook page, RLG40K or RLG40K, your choice. It will still get you there. Make sure you check out our Instagram. It is still at
Nice to spell it.
RLG40K or at RLG40K. We would love to hear some comments about our podcast, especially about the demise of the Land Raider. Please share your feelings.
I guarantee there'll be a comment.
What else we got? What else social events do we have? Facebook. We have our podcast, of course. Wobbly Player Syndrome is what you're listening to. We are now on TuneIn and iHeartRadio, so you cannot escape us. And that was a bad laugh. I've been practicing all week. Anyway, our next battle round, we actually have a team up tournament coming up next month. Start of, I know I'm joining Rob as a team on a timed match. I'm so screwed. And we've got Slow Grow round 5 next month as well. So we're up to finding 1,000 points.
Yep.
Yep, excellent. Jump on our Facebook page because sometimes we do actually post up when we are there and you can come down and say hi, especially if you have a beer with you for us. Please come down and say hi. Anything else?
I'm going to really consider it.
Yes.
And I'll bring a model kit.
And I want to say thank you to Isabel for joining us again, short notice, and bearing the brunt of my grudge. Thank you.
I know, right? What a welcome.
I know. I waited at least a couple of minutes before I got into it. And you should all check out her book. Isabel, over to you to spruik your book.
It's called Bifrost. It's an ebook, and it's got lots of explosions and aliens and powered armor and fun. So,
And you can find it at...
You can find it in Amazon, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, whatever. Every platform has got it. It's by I.E. Kenner. I'll post the link in the chat.
There you go. A new sponsor. Wow. I have read the book and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I do recommend people to get into it. If you are a 40k fan, you would enjoy this book. It has some nice apocalypse feel to it with some powered armor, as you said, and it is quite good. The heroine she's pretty kick-ass in it, and the characters in it are pretty rich, so you should get into it. And
it's not a 40k book.
It's not a 40k book. I should say that. I was saying
The serial numbers have been well filed off.
Yeah, it's not a 40k book. It will not follow any storyline of 40k. My only request is, where's book 2?
Hang on.
My
I can show you a
request
picture
is
of it.
Dead Tree.
Hang on, I can show you a picture of it.
Oh, that
It's
is
coming.
exciting. I'm excited. I am excited to see that it is coming. Anything else, boys and girls? Mark, what have you got to say for yourself?
Nothing.
Yeah, sounds
Absolutely
appropriate. Michael, what have you got to say for yourself?
Not a lot, eh? Yeah.
Isabel, what's your defense on the Land Raider case?
Here's book 2.
Book 2? Excellent. Look at
Can you
his
see it?
Oh, yep, now I see us. That's good.
There you go. And then this is it. It goes on for a little while. We're currently at 228 pages.
Do yourselves a favour if you are listening to our podcast and you're on our Twitch stream, and I want to say thank you to the viewers of our Twitch stream. Check out the book. It is really good. I did thoroughly enjoy it. I like the little twists in it and stuff. I will not give anything away, except they all win. No, that doesn't work.
A ghost.
Yeah. It is worth a read. Get on it. Boys and girls, do we have anything else to say? That person gets killed? Oh, I can't believe you said that. Nothing else good.
Greg's Land.
Oh.
Died.
I do, if at the start of the book, it does say dedicated to Greg's Land Raider. It is beautiful.
Do you know what? I haven't got a dedication yet. But that's a good one.
It'll just open the first page. Greg's Land Raider. Never
How
forget.
about I dedicate the book to Greg's Land Raider? The
Lest
next
we
book,
forget.
Book 2, I'll dedicate it to Greg's Land Raider.
And my Land Raider will appreciate it. Okay, thank you to our Twitch viewers. I appreciate joining us. Look out, or be warned, your choice. I will be starting to use the stream more often, and an RLG stream will turn into existence this week, in fact, which will encompass our 40k stuff and our PC gaming stuff as well. Yeah, look at all these faces again. You what? What are you doing now? We have a City of Heroes stream starting hopefully next Monday. That'd be Monday the
smashing this character's Land Raider.
I've heard good things about that.
It is good. You should get on it. Apparently, I like getting on things, and I encourage people to get on it as well.
I'm at 100% on the download.
There you go. See, get on it. All right, Mark. Bye.
Adios.
Isabel, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
And a bye from me, and of course, bye from the beard.
Bye.
Oh, that's it? Come on.
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next week when we'll find out what else you can do with a broken Land Raider. Nothing that we can think of, because we're over it now. Honest, I swear. We're yet to figure out what next week's topic is, but join us next month, not next week, for more wobbly adventures.